you? I hope you've been good. I hope you've been getting enough sleep. I didn't. For those of you who are new here, hi, my name is Irene. I am an Italian girl who loves literature and writing and reading. And for all the other ones, hi, welcome back to my room. As I've said, I love writing and I do it anytime I can in any possible form. I've been writing since I was a little girl. Like every other little girl, I had my secret diary where I wrote things that a 6-year-old shouldn't be aware of. And I remember I always wrote a letter to everyone on their birthday. And as I always say, I really can't talk, but I can write. I am really good at writing, I think, and that it's the gift the universe gave me, and I'm very proud of that. Yet for a long time I didn't write with the intention of someone reading the things that I was writing. Until last year, when after 2 weeks of studying psychology I realized I made the wrong choice. And I was really sure for like 3 years of my life that I really wanted to do that. So that was a really difficult time because everything I always thought was right for me was suddenly completely wrong. Without any certainty in my life, I decided to open my blog. And I wrote the most terrible poem asking myself, how do I do this? How do you write poetry? Because I knew that was what I wanted to do, but I didn't really know how to do it. This was on October 2022 and it's now January 2024. So I am definitely not the best, but I have improved a lot, I think. And I believe I've written some pretty decent things. So I thought it would be helpful to share to the world my method for writing poetry. That has given me some pretty good results, and that I also think it's pretty fun to follow along. We'll divide this into 4 parts. Number 1, finding inspiration. Number 2, finding our theme. Number 3, finding words. And number 4, the writing. Finding inspiration. This basically means read lots and lots of poetry. The great thing about poetry, contrary to novels, is that it's really accessible in the sense that 1, it's shorter, so you can read tons of it in a really short period of time, and also in the sense that you can find so many poems, beautiful poems, also collections of poems online, so you don't really have to go buy the physical copy because that could become really expensive and not everyone can afford it. So read. The more poetry you read, the more you understand how beautiful it is. You understand how it works, what touches you, what doesn't convince you, and so you basically start to understand your own voice through others' voices. Number 2, finding our theme. Look around, listen, smell, and write down everything. It's not as easy at the beginning, and it will take courage because your inner judge will say to you that you're stupid. And you will say to him, because judges are always men, fuck you. I want to write poetry and you won't stop me. So write down everything that stands out to you. Write down that the sky has a pretty color, that your mother said something beautiful, that you want some coffee, that you saw a beautiful flower, everything. Number 3, finding our words. This is a long job, but it will be so helpful, especially if you're starting, because it will help you build your words. What you're going to do after reading millions of poems and finding out what your favorite works and your favorite authors are, you're going to get through those works and get down some words. You just write down the words that stand out to you the most, the ones that you think are beautiful, that sound good, that have a beautiful meaning, whatever. Get down everything and make a single file on your computer so you can maybe add words later and later as you continue to grow. This way, when you are stuck and you don't know what to use, you have a full document of words you can use, and you will find one, and more than one, and you will not be able to decide which one to use. Now that we are done with all the boring and dirty work, we can go to the exciting part of this, so the writing of a poem. We'll divide this in 6 parts. Number 1, finding out what we want to talk about. This is a good time to take out all these stupid things you have written down. Find out what speaks to you the most, and let's just start there. Write it down on a piece of paper, on the center of this piece of paper. Number 2, my favorite part, the observation exercise. This is particularly good when you have already chosen what you want to talk about, because your brain will automatically capture things that are connected to the theme you have chosen. Sit down if you can in a quiet place without any distractions. I know this is not accessible for anyone, but just do what you can, and in complete silence with yourself, set a timer for 10 minutes. In these 10 minutes, use your 5 senses and write down everything your body captures without it having to be connected with the theme. Just write down everything you see, you hear, you smell, you touch, you feel, anything like that. Number 3, now that you have this long list of things, just try to find some of them that are better connected to your theme. There aren't any rules. This is your work, your poem, your writing, so you just choose whatever speaks to you the most. Number 4, draft your poem. Just put it down. It doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to rhyme, it doesn't have to be in verses. Anything, just write down something that even just reminds you of a poem. You just need to have a structure where we can work on later. Number 5, make it poetic. One wonderful thing you can do is find symbolism for certain thoughts you have put down, or just synonyms, and you can search them online. We are no language masters here. It's 2023, ChatGPT exists, you can use it, you are not a cheater if you use it. We are not Shakespeare, we are just here to improve, to have fun, and to write something that we are proud of. Number 6, revise your poem and change it until you like it. You like it, not anyone else. You don't need any kind of approval, but if you really want someone to read it and give you some criticism or anything like that, because maybe this is your path and you want to improve or anything, please don't choose your parents or your siblings or your friends because they love you and they are influenced by their love for you. I am literally no one, but my DMs are always open if you want someone to read your poems or anything. Or choose like a teacher, someone who doesn't know you enough as a person to be influenced by that. And then you have your first or not first poem. This is quite a laborious method, but I think it's great for starting because it really gives you a structure that you can follow. If you do write something with this method and you want to send it to me for any reason, please do it. That would be amazing. Let me know if you like this kind of video and if you want to see more of that in the future. I had so much fun filming it. As always, you can find me on Instagram and on TikTok at Irene Sanzovo. And I have a blog with both things in English and in Italian, and I will link everything down below. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a great day and you sleep well tonight, and I hope to see you in the next one. I love you so much. Bye.